Hi, I'm Ann Garcia. As the college financial lady, I've helped thousands of families save millions of dollars on college. Today, I'm going to talk about how to appeal a financial aid award. The first thing to know about appealing an aid award is it's a normal process, which you should do if the school gives you an offer that's close but not within reach for you financially. As long as you go about the process properly, you don't need to worry that a financial aid appeal will somehow diminish your student's standing in the eyes of their dream college. And remember that if a school offered your student a spot, they want them to attend. Most schools will gladly give up a couple $1,000s in additional scholarships if it's the difference between your student accepting and enrolling elsewhere. The most important part of the appeal process is it needs to come from the student, not the parent. The next important step is to figure out which type of aid you've received, need-based or merit, so you can frame your appeal properly. If you've received need-based aid, the appeals process is called professional judgment, or PJ. The Higher Education Act allows schools the authority to make adjustments on the basis of documentation to allow for treatment of an individual with special circumstances. Since the FAFSA went to prior year income, PJ has become much more common because so much could happen in the time between the family's tax return data and the school year. If you're among the many families that has been financially or medically impacted by the pandemic, for instance, or if your income is simply lower than it was on the tax return used on the FAFSA, you should appeal your award. In PJ, the school takes new data and runs it through the same formula. The process has some specific requirements. First and foremost, any changes have to be supported with documentation. That might include confirmation of a job loss, a more recent tax return, current investment account statements showing lower balances, receipts from medical care, whatever the factor is, you need to be able to document it in writing. Second, financial aid administrators can modify elements of the EFC formula, such as your income, your assets, or your medical expenses, but they can't change the formula itself. That's why it's important that some input to the formula has to have changed. And then finally, like all need-based financial aid, professional judgment, or PJ, is for a single school year. If your current circumstances make your first choice school completely unaffordable, remember that every year you'll have to reapply for financial aid, so now could be a good time to reconsider the school overall. Some examples of things, I know we often think of negative changes as being the important drivers of an aid appeal, but you might have received, for example, restricted stock units or a one-time bonus as part of your compensation in the FAFSA income year, but maybe things have changed since then. Or one parent has moved to a lower paying job, gone back to school. Any of those circumstances would yield different results through PJ. Schools have far more flexibility with merit awards if they offer them, and they can use merit to increase an award for a student with need too. I encourage you to look up the school's typical merit awards to know, first of all, whether they offer it at all, and secondly, to get a sense of whether the offer that you've received is generous or stingy for the college, if for no other reason than to manage your expectations going into the process. So you can research merit aid policies so that your appeal is based on the school's policies. For example, a student who finds that a nominally higher GPA would have yielded a much larger scholarship might appeal on the basis of having chosen a more academically rigorous high school course load. You can also find the school's overall financial aid policies and awards on sites like the College Board, College Data, or College Navigator. That'll help you see where your student fits academically within the student population, and it'll also give you a sense of what the school offers and whether they're the profile of student to whom merit scholarships are offered. Finally, if you've received merit aids from other comparable schools, by all means share them with the college that you're more interested in attending. Many colleges will happily provide an extra couple $1,000s if they have reason to believe that that'll get you to accept and come on board for the next 4 years. And then, of course, appeal in writing with a polite letter that both expresses gratitude for what's already been offered and provides a detailed rationale for why you deserve more. And make sure that that is done by the student. Most colleges have a specific process for doing this, so your student can reach out and find out if there's a form that they need to complete or other documentation that they need to submit. I also encourage you to, remember as you go through the appeal process that colleges are businesses and their business is enrolling students. So just like Bed Bath & Beyond with their big coupons, most colleges will offer discounts to get you in the door, and you should ask for those discounts. If you're going to appeal, you should do it sooner rather than later, and definitely before you accept admission. Remember too that you can appeal your financial aid award at any point during your 4 years if your circumstances change. If you found this information helpful, you should check out my College Financial Plan Masterclass. This self-paced course helps your family create a plan for an affordable college education, and check for the discount code at the end of this video. I'm Ann Garcia, the College Financial Lady and author of How to Pay for College. Thanks for watching.